Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Belong Arena Clash for Rainbow Six Siege. This is a first for Rainbow Six being in the proper Arena Clash, and I'm excited to kick it off. I am Panky, this is Ollie XR Troika. Ollie, welcome, thanks for joining me. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing really well, thank you. Yeah, really excited to see some Siege. But like you say, first time with it being in Arena Clash, so we're going to have to see what we can find out about these Xbox players.
So let's have a look at the rosters for these two teams and dive into match number one. So the York Vikings kicking us off. Chucky, a Tripping Bear, Mr. Hopkicks, Ash, Smarty and their sub Glitch Chick are up against the Preston Invincibles.
So that is going to be Moogie, Falcon, Warrener, Grey, Pluto and Horizon.
Long round of coverage here to push themselves and get themselves in. They've managed to pick off each kill they've had pretty quickly and cleanly. Not too many shots missed, not too much wailing around. Now they do push aggressively in on the bandit. They knew exactly where he was because he took out that first thermite charge. Gets the first kill, but he won't get the second kill, and there it is. Belong York 11 picking it up. Only Mira left standing now as the plant starts to go down. She does take down the Twitch from behind, but Ash will push straight in on her and clean her up while she's reloading for a quick win for our attacking team.
Ash doing Ash things there with the ACOG. Glas could really have a field day down here. He's well positioned. He's still got... Oh, he's not actually got any smokes left. He has used them both. I did think he had one left, but he's going to make his way through army crawl style. He's going to be very exposed to the mirror. Mute's going to peek out, but I'm not sure if he is going to land the finishing blow. He is. Mute is going to get that kill, bringing the man count back to 4 versus 4. As another kill gets traded out in quick succession. So very quickly, it is going in Preston's way, and it looks as though they've done a good job of wasting time. And I think the Vikings have been a little bit too tentative maybe on their attack, and just took a little bit too much time to gain as much map control as Preston's were kind of giving him for free because of the way that they were playing. Unfortunately, Rook there going to get killed as he does go for the revive onto the mirror, leaving Thermite to be able to clear that one up and bring it down to 2 versus 2, but with only 5 seconds left, the diffuser will have to go down. It is going to be upstairs, so it does look very good for Preston to take this second round. Time is ticking for Vikings in this scenario, and they've got to try and get a bit of information and make a push off the back of it.
Yeah, they definitely do seem lost, and they know they don't have the diffuser, so they've sent poor little Fuse on his own to go and collect them. And that's why he shouldn't have gone alone. He runs straight into Jaeger and will lose his life instantly. Dokkaebi didn't actually see the smoke prone on the floor there, I believe, as she crept off, knowing that now she has to go and get the diffuser. Smoke uses his one of 2 remaining toxic bays to cut the door off and keep her attention. It's now... The only option here is for poor Dokkaebi to go and kill all 3, and the last smoke charge will keep her out of the dining room. She's looking very, very stuck here as Smoke hedges closer with a shotgun in hand. This should be an easy one for him. Oh, there it was.
We've got the diffuser going down the bottom of Laundry Stairs. That's going to be Ash carrying the diffuser. Bandit is going to prove us right with his choice of weapon. He is going to get a headshot there over onto the Thinker, so no more adrenal surges, no more boost. He didn't lose all too much hit points either in the process, and he's still able to contest there at the top of those rear stage stairs. But I'm a little bit concerned about where Ash is at the minute with the diffuser. It looks as though Ash maybe is going to go for a plan, but Mirror very much aware and is going to push around the corner, clean up that kill. That's going to be the diffuser on the floor in the objective. It's going to be very difficult here for the Vikings to be able to make anything happen with this round. They are going to have to go for straight kills, but Bandit isn't going to let him, and he is going to grab the kill there over onto the Thermite. So I don't believe the hatch was opened just yet, and it will not be opened as that is the only hard breacher gone, as Mirror picks up the second kill of the round and another one from the Legion. Yeah, like you say, 3 versus 3 now, moving into the final minute. So it's not looking too bad for Vikings, but they've got to try and get a little bit of intel. They've got to try and make a plan so that they can, trade these kills out. Because that's something that we're not really seeing all too well at the minute. Preston are able to get kills, and they've not really been traded all too much. Been a lot of individual picks. We've got Ash with the breaching charge, just going to make her way and breach through into Kids. As we do get a kill for the Vikings, so that's going to be the Doc, I believe. No longer a factor. Mirror window going to get broken. Really going to be looking to get Ash in now and start to get a plant down, as Zafir is well placed. Is she going to grab the headshot? No! Mirror wins the close engagement. 1 versus 2 now, all down to Ash. Is Ash going to be able to clutch? No, she dropped down, so she's going to have to make her way all the way up White Stairs again with only 20 seconds left. Looks as though Ash is going to opt to go and repel onto Kid's windows. Not got all the time in the world. It is still possible. You'd fancy her chances a lot more if she had flashes at this stage, but we've seen Ash running the breaching charge. 6 seconds left. The plan is going to have to go down. No time to get 2 kills in that time. Preston are going to have to push this now, but it doesn't look like they are going to push all too hastily. The mirror window is out. Mirror looking in the wrong direction, does get down. Is Mute going to be able to clutch out this round? Shots do come in, and yes, he finds the head of Ash. If he gets through the rotate, he will be able to get the defuse off. There we go.
Monty has his shield down when there's 4 players behind him. They now break the wall, and Monty dies to trying to get a pistol headshot. It's a confident play, but ultimately works against him, especially now as the aggressive play comes out of Frost. And a very nice C4 from Mute seals the round by throwing it into that blue box where everybody was remaining stuck, in fact, behind Sledge's own grenade.
The wall will now be opened, and that's going to allow Preston that nice line of sight in. Is Thermite going to be able to pick up the kill? He doesn't quite, but he does put some very good shots in onto the Jaeger. Kills are coming in from elsewhere. Slammer grabbing a second kill for himself, as we've got a bit of a jiggle peek going on there from the Finker, as just trying to make it very uncomfortable for the defenders left inside. Twitch could have a field day if she does push in. Few charges are going off, so it is causing the defenders to move around quite a bit. Thermite very low health now, just sort of riding out the last of that adrenal surge. He's probably on 5 hit points or less, and he's going to make his way, just try and push in toward double door. Finker's got a battle to do there, as she does pick up the kill onto number 10, but gets traded straight back out again. Finker with a triple K to end out that round.
North picks off a kill out back somewhere, takes the Frost down, and this is where the Rook needed to move. The hatch has been open for ages, and the fact he got to run around for that long was surprising to begin with. But after chasing that Twitch drone for a little bit longer, he did pay the price ultimately. North picked up this kill through one of the back hatches, I'd imagine then, and there's one for the Finker as well. She's been doing great the last few games on Preston 9. The aggressive push is coming in here for the Invincibles, and just like that, to their namesakes, I think a flawless round comes out to end the game. But we have our second game of the night ready here for you guys then. We now have the Leviathans versus the Centurions, and here is their lineup. Starting with the Lakeside Leviathans, we have Hash, Kanyo, Donny, Wood, and Wilkins. They do not have a substitute. And on the Centurions, we have... you can have this one, mate.
Let's go. Unison, Ryan, Panda, Eddie Small, your mate Jimmy. Or is he my mate Jimmy? I don't know. And
your mate Jimmy.
Picky.
Maestro will have seen Maverick. I think the Maverick didn't see Maestro. Maybe Maestro didn't see him, so he sacrificed Smoke's life, but it's a good trade straight back the other way. And now he's fighting the other 2 that are in here. 3 that are in here. It will force out a team kill despite him going down, so ultimately a trade comes through, but there's still numbers advantage for the attackers, but that didn't last long either. Now Jaeger and Rook are both very low, but they have the man advantage after a quick pick off on Smoke. Sorry, on Sledge, leaves them in a 1v2 here against Ying. They're both in this back site, and Ying will have an idea of this, having already been told. That's where the shots came from. Misses a lot of the shots on the Jaeger to begin with, but then we'll take him down, looking for the Rook through the wall. There is a hole in this back wall. Rook knows it. The first few Candelas go in, but they're immediately taken out. It's her last one. She does see the Rook, but can't land the shots. Rook's firing through the doorway. And a quick wall bang through that bookcase gives Ying the start of the round, but that was very close to not going the Leviathan's way. She'd already used all of her charges, but still could have been a force. They do peek in and aggressively get Maestro, but Picky's trade is straight back afterwards. Good play here from the Zephyr, predicting the peek from that other side and being ready for it. Does down but not kill it. Now he looks for the Valkyrie and will spray through the wall. Again, gets the down, but he won't know about that either, I don't believe. And again, he plays with confidence, and it's not going to matter as his teammate Thatcher comes in from the other side and takes down the remaining Rook through the pool table. And a slow and steady push. Come on, I think they realise both of them are in now because they're quickly coming in, and the plant should go down in a second. They're actually going to push aggressively forward. It's a team kill. The Fuse actually shoots his teammate over by Guitar Corridor and then is quickly taken down. As a result, their 4 versus 2 is quickly down to a 2 versus 2, and the attackers actually don't have the health, and the diffuser is lost inside the site with the 2 defenders. This has gone catastrophically wrong for the Leviathans, who now have to kill these 2 players and or somehow get in and get back out with the diffuser. They lose 1 more. Twitch is still struggling to take down the Maestro. Pit still out is now won't get the Maestro kill, and finally falls, and somehow the Leviathans made a big mess of that one.
It was theirs to lose at that stage, and
here's Jimmy coming up around behind them now. He does get straight up behind one until Panda finally takes the fuse down. Sorry, it wasn't the fuse down off the window. He took someone else down off the window that had the diffuser, but there's Jimmy coming up behind for the double kill, and the Unicorn quickly takes down the fourth member and the Montaigne, leaving just the fuse standing out on the hookah balcony. And I've said Centurions need to think of something different, something quick here, and they have properly spun it around. Ooh, lucky headshot onto Panda from the fuse, but Picky is there to trade him straight back and end the round for the Centurions defense. That's more like it.
If VIP control is gained, Monty can block off the doorway, which is going to remove sort of line of sight. The wall's still soft, so Aroma would be able to you know, peek on through there if they did have an impact. But first kill is going to come out there, and that's going to be the Blackbeard taking out the Vigil. So not too sure what the Vigil was doing in sight at that point, but I think it may have been over in theatre perhaps. But you know, Blackbeard not really overexposing himself, just trying to find those skinny angles with the shield. He does have an opportunity to kill onto, or at least a shot, should I say, onto the dock, but just doesn't get the correct opportunity. He doesn't want to expose himself all too much. He will open the hole of the window now. He can see the dock's head. Can he land the shots? The face shield is damaged, but it is still in place. Just desperately trying to find this skinny pixel. He does manage to pick up that kill. 5 versus 3 now in favour of the attackers, as Legion now is trying to push up as the diffuser is getting planted. Blackbeard still on the window. 5 versus 1 now, all down to Legion. Monty could block him off and keep him over in to theatre, but the shots are going to rain through nonetheless. Legion with it all to do now. He's going to have to ace, clutch, and get the diffuse if he does want to win this round for his team. The revolver kill nearly coming through there from Twitch, but Jimmy is going to clean things up. That's going to be a flawless round for the attackers. With Pulse out of the way, it's going to make their job a heck of a lot easier now to try and get in and get a plant down. With the smokes coming through, I'm expecting that's what we're going to see. Monty making his way in, just providing a bit of a shield there for Unison, but Unison is going to get the kill. I thought Frost was going to come out there on top, but no, it is going to be Unison picking Frost off at the top of Cool Vibe Stairs. Monty can now just bide his time, figure out where he is going to plant himself. He can plant himself directly over the diffuser if he so wishes. Lakeside are going to grab one back as Doc does get the kill onto Unison, as we are now in a 2 versus 3 post-plant situation. So it is down to Leviathan to try and clutch out, to try and get some kills. Mirror playing a little bit aggressively, does vault up, doesn't quite manage to land her shots, as Picky is going to grab it. Does get downed in the process though, so 1 versus 2, but Jimmy is there with the pistol yet again. We've seen Jimmy do a lot of work with the pistol this evening, and picking up that kill is another string to his bow, as it were, as he just drops the shield and goes for the ADS on Monty there.
Those are our first 2 games out of the way, done and dusted. Technically that was 10 games. We do of course have more than just the 2 played every Friday, as there are over 20 arenas across the country taking part in this arena clash, and as we mentioned, this is just the Championship League. There are 2 other leagues below it that are also playing on these Friday nights. So don't forget to check out belong.gg, and of course all the socials that are down on screen to find out more information about the rest of this season and future seasons if you want to take part in one of those. But with that, we are done here this evening. Thank you, Ollie XR Troika, for joining me. We will be back next Friday with more games.